And I think most healthy people intuit that. If there's anything worth living for, it's love. It's the ultimate value. And so, um, if there's a purpose, then that purpose is about love. And when you understand the gospel story in its own terms, the story of the creator God who would become a human being and then die a God-forsaken death on the cross out of love for a race of people who wanted nothing to do with him. You realize you're talking about the greatest love story that has ever been told. In fact, I would argue it's the greatest love story that could ever be told. If the quality of one's love is measured by the uh, depth of sacrifice one's willing to make for the beloved, well, then this is the most beautiful love story that could ever be told because it's about the creator God who set aside everything uh, to become this human being and then suffer for us on the cross, basically experiencing his own antithesis on the cross as he cries out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" So he enters into our God forsakenness. And so that the idea that the crucified Christ reveals the character of God. That's what God really is like. It just resonates on such a strong intuitive level. His death and resurrection, there you're seeing, Jesus says, "When I'm lifted up, I'll glorify the Father." He puts the character of the Father on display on the cross. And so that this to me is everything. Is when I look at the cross, it tells me everything that I need to know about God. And that is that it tells me about God's character, but it also tells me what God thinks about me. That even though I'm so lost, it required Jesus dying for me to save me. He was willing to. He thought I was worth that. So I have unsurpassable worth. In fact, it tells me something about everybody. Everybody has this unsurpassable worth, as evidenced by the fact that God was willing to pay an unsurpassable price for them, and that reveals the unsurpassable perfection of His love for us. And so, if I have that, I'm good to go. If I can trust that God really has that kind of beautiful other-oriented character, um, then so for me, Jesus is the crucified Christ is the supreme expression of everything that's important. So that's why
Yeah.
Christianity. That's it.
And that's a great answer. And that's a good segue to another one of my um I have all these things that I have like rote answers to, and then if someone asks me a question, and then I have been thinking recently, and it's like, well, wait, what?